Mustard! We in this bitch. Welcome everybody to a special episode of Beware of Dogs. We're fresh off the Lions, just kicking the shit out of the Vikings. I'm your host, Double
You're
Dose, joined by Super Boss Man
Mhm.
and the artist formerly known as Squiddy Daddy. We got Chowser.
Hello, hello.
We'll be joined later by Squeaks to do a little special episode of Lexi's Lore, which is going to be a new segment we're going to be implementing. But yeah, to start off with, Lions just once again, like I said, they just kicked the shit out the Vikings, beat them. What was that, 31-9?
31 to
Mhm.
9.
Yes,
Almost a
sir.
9 is insane.
Yep.
And all the talk this week and for the last few weeks has been about how the Lions defense has been so injured and we can't do anything, and um,
Pulling
it's going
people
to
from
be.
the streets to play.
Yep.
Yep.
And we just walked
Yeah.
in here and held a 14-2 team to 9 points. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. That's the perfect way to roll into the playoffs.
Mhm. I didn't think it would be as easy as it was. Shockingly so.
No
I
touchdowns,
thought it was at
three
least going
field
to be a
goals.
shootout.
That's
Nah,
what
that's
I
Yeah,
crazy.
3
thought.
field goals. Yeah.
I thought it
I
was
thought it was
going to
going to be a
be.
shootout.
I thought it was going to be both teams in the 40s, not
Yeah.
total 40 points. That's crazy.
Yeah, total. Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs. I know that people, the Lions, I feel like have been on national TV like with like the primetime games a lot this season, so it's probably not a super surprise. But
Yeah.
so everyone knows who Jameer Gibbs is, but 4 touchdowns in one game, that's crazy.
He
I think.
had to take up that role after Montgomery got hurt, and he's feeling it.
Oh, absolutely, showing that he can be the one and the two by himself, which is crazy.
Mhm.
I think it reminds me of. I think the only game I can compare to this for a running back that I've seen is Christmas a few years ago when Kamara had, I think it was 5 touchdowns on
All right.
Christmas. That was
Because
crazy.
he had like 50 something fantasy points himself. No, he had
Anybody,
more than that.
anybody that still like, because most people wrap up week 17 for the fantasy championships, but anybody that still had a matchup this week, I know Kamara or not Kamara, but Gibbs definitely won your league. 4 touchdowns,
Yeah, for sure.
170 rushing and receiving yards combined. Nuts. Sam Darnold looked awful, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. He was
I
overthrowing
was
badly.
I was watching an interview with Stephen A. Smith and what is it, Cam Newton. They were
Hmm.
talking about how Sam Darnold hasn't been here on this platform before, something like that, and I feel like he kind of played like that. That he didn't know or wasn't ready for that level of play.
I know exactly what
You
you were
know, that
talking about. That was or not undisputed. That was first take, I think, on Friday. Yep.
mistake. Yeah,
Yeah, which is a good point because I know everyone's been talking about the fact that Darnold is definitely going to have played himself into getting a big contract this offseason. But I've been waiting to see what it was going to look like when the pressure really turned on and the lights got bright, how that would
hmm
translate. And I guess we'll see. He's still got the playoffs to see what he can do, but
yeah.
it should definitely be good. I'm feeling great. We've got Anzalone is back healthy again for us. They're saying that if we had to play next week, Montgomery could possibly be available, but it doesn't even matter
That
at this
scares
point.
me.
Hell yeah, it
That
doesn't
scares
even matter at this point because we've got the bye. So we've got the
Yep,
number one seed by the next week, which means the Lions only
we
have to
needed
win.
that.
Yep, Lions only have to
Hmm.
win 2 games to get to the Super Bowl at this point,
That's
which is
crazy.
great. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Lions clinch the number one seed, which has been the mission all season. Only have 2
Yep,
losses. Tampa early in the season, and
Mhm.
the
Bills.
Bills. Yep, yep. Thank you, the Bills,
Mhm.
which was a crazy game. It was like 44-42 or something like that.
That was an insane game.
It
Yeah, we
was.
almost could have done it. Yeah,
Yep, and our defense is playing even better now, which is great. Um, Lions getting the number one seed is the first time in, I forgot how many years they said it was, but
A while.
to all of us that here, all that matters is we've never seen something like this in our
yeah,
lifetime before.
Yeah.
right.
This has been
Yeah.
great.
And,
This is an
and people a
absolute
lot
great
older
ride.
enough than us can say the same thing.
Hell yeah, I know everybody's excited. All of Michigan is hype over this, which is crazy that they had such an insane run last year and then have an even better record this year. I guess we'll see what happens come playoff time because that's what really matters is how they show up in the playoffs. But they were perfect
Right.
on. They have a perfect record on the road this season too, 8-0. Only two games, ironically, have come. Only two losses have come at home. Um,
Yeah.
but NFC is going to be crazy. I'm looking right now. The playoff picture is the Packers will play the Eagles round one or week in wild card week, so that'll be the 2 seed versus the 7 seed. Commanders will play the Bucks, which is the Bucks are at the 3 seed, Commanders at 6, and then the
Yeah.
Vikings, the 5 seed, will play the 4 seed, the Rams. So,
Okay. Man.
hey, nothing would make me happier than the Packers knocking the Eagles out and the Rams
Yeah.
knocking the Vikings out. That'd be
Uh,
perfect.
yep. That's exactly what I was thinking would be my prime scenario.
Hey, Rams beat the Vikings earlier this season,
Yep.
so it is possible.
It
Um,
is. And the way they played today, yeah.
but yeah, I am absolutely ecstatic over this win. Um,
Yeah.
yep. Anything else you guys want to add about that before we keep it pushing?
No, I'm good.
I don't think so.
Uh, Aaron Rodgers played what is potentially his last game, uh, potentially his last game, both as a Jet and his last game as a quarterback in the NFL today, which is
Mm.
a little bittersweet for me. I know that I know we did our end of year review. We kind of shit on Aaron Rodgers, which he deserved, but he's been
Big fan.
like for most of our life, the Lions have been not great, and so as a kid growing up,
Mm.
I started rooting for the Packers as well, which I know is blasphemy, but
That
um,
absolutely absurd.
um, and
Crazy word.
it was like I had to have a team for the playoffs because the Lions were sitting home every playoffs. And
Yep.
when I first started watching football, I think the second year the Packers won, and so because we're in
Mm,
Michigan too, their games were usually local games for us too. We'd be able to see them.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yep. So I started rooting for them, and it was like usually like a playoff thing. And then as I got older and older, I was becoming more and more of a Packers fan. I was a huge, huge Rodgers fan. So good, so much talent. When I was, I think, like a freshman in high school or either late in middle school, one of the two, I even did like a report on him. We to do like a report. I'm like a famous person. So, very big fan of his. I know that his some of the things that he has done off the field have not been exemplary, and even his play on
Yes.
the field this season has been kind of trash as well. But
Questionable.
as I'm sitting there watching what could be potentially his last game today, it was very bittersweet. It was good. He looked good. He showed that he still had a lot of talent left. It was nice to see him throw
Mm.
another touchdown to Devontae Adams, where they made my heart feel great. But
Did you
this,
cry?
no, I didn't
You
cry. But
cry
what
just yet.
was what's crazy is the way that I felt watching that. I was like, damn, whenever LeBron's last game is, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be
It's
so
funny
tough.
because it's funny because I know that you said the same thing when we were watching Kobe's last game.
mm,
You
yep.
said the same thing like "Yeah, LeBron's last game.
Man, Kobe's
Crazy.
last game was incredible too. What do you have? 61, I think.
60.
Yep.
I think
That
probably 61, yeah.
yeah. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, watching Rogers last potentially last game, all I could think was that despite how everything has gone this season, and I even had him on like my fantasy team and was like, I'm not playing any Jets if I can avoid it on fantasy. But even despite all of that and how everything's
I
turned
have
out,
my
like,
fantasies out of my bench.
yep,
Hmm.
I was left hoping that there's going to be more, hoping that this isn't the end.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I was listening to the announcers talk, and they were saying that, um, Rodgers knows it's not a fairy tale, and you don't always go out on top. Usually, that's not very common, like how Peyton Manning did win a Super Bowl his last year. Um,
Right.
Hmm.
but he knows it's not a fairy tale, and that kind of got me thinking too, because like, if this was his last game, I think he threw 4 touchdowns today. One, two. I know Bruce Hall got a touchdown. I know Devontae Adams got a touchdown, and I thought that there were two other
Yeah.
ones. But to win, to end, if it is the end, to throw 4 touchdowns,
Yeah.
to end with a win, it's more than a lot of people could hope for to end their career. I know, and it even got
That's
me
true.
thinking like Tom Brady, his last pass as a Patriot, not of his career, but
Mhm.
as a Patriot, was an interception.
Wow. He threw a
Right.
pick and left.
That sucks.
The GOAT,
I would
Tom Brady.
quietly about
Yeah.
yeah.
But if I'm sure if there is an announcement coming that Rodgers is retiring, I'm sure we'll deep dive more again into kind of his career and stuff like that. But I just wanted to
Mhm.
throw that out there about kind of how that made me feel watching it. I'm hoping that's not
Right.
the end, but if it is, nothing but respect to number 12, who was one of my favorite athletes basically since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Um,
Undeniably
what'd you say?
undeniably like a generational talent.
Oh,
At the
absolutely. Before Mahomes came into the league, everyone was saying that he was the greatest, not the best quarterback of all time, but the greatest thrower of the
yeah.
football ever.
Yep. I
That
clearly remember people talking about his arm like that all the time.
that he
Yep.
could make
You
throws
saw
that
it.
everyone else could only dream of making.
Hmm.
And then here comes this dude named Mahomes that's just immediately erasing both Brady and Rodgers' legacy.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, so the playoff seeds are locked in. I don't have it in front of me, but I know in the AFC, we already covered the NFC. AFC, you've got the Chiefs at 1. I think Bills are the number 2 seed. Ravens are 3.
Hmm.
I can't remember the. I should have pulled this up. I can't remember the rest of the people that are in. I know the Bengals got dropped because the Broncos are in.
Yep.
Steelers are in,
That's supposed to beat the yeah.
and I think I'm missing one or two more teams. Um, but what I'm curious on from you guys is I know that we're all rooting Lions here. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
assuming putting the Lions aside, who would you think would come out of both the NFC and the AFC to play in the Super Bowl?
I'm thinking I'm leaning towards Bills,
Yep. And who from the NFC?
probably.
That's fair.
And like besides the Lions.
Hmm. If the
Mm,
Lions were to get bounced, which hopefully is not going to happen, but assuming just because we all know that that's the answer first, so
right.
assuming no Lions, who would you think
Cross
would
your
come out of the
fingers.
NFC? Would you say Dusty?
It's like cross your fingers for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Hmm. I mean, probably the Rams. I'd be thinking so.
If the
The Rams.
Rams, if the Rams, because the Rams' first round is going to be the Vikings, so if they knock the
It's the
Vikings off,
Vikings.
I
Yep.
mean that would that would definitely be one of the biggest pieces off the board, leaving really
Hmm.
like the Eagles left.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm really starting to not like the Eagles.
really,
Like, yeah.
I like them.
Don't know why.
Mhm.
I'm a
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Hurts and AJ Brown, Devonta, what they represent over there. They've all showed
Yeah.
up for me big in fantasy times too. I've got Jalen Hurts on my dynasty team as one of my quarterbacks, so
I see.
I like him. Dusty, you got
Makes sense.
picks?
I don't have any picks.
No picks. I know football's not
No
necessarily
picks.
your pocket. I feel that.
Yeah.
I
Put
put a
it
little
inside, man.
I put a little bet in the other day. $3 would become $42 if the Bills and the Eagles match up in the Super Bowl. I
The
think that
Bills and the Eagles.
Yep. I think it really could be the Bills season. Um,
Yeah.
Chiefs are at the 1 seed again, but I feel like they can be beaten, and Buffalo's already beaten them already. The Ravens, I feel like,
Yeah.
are so hit or miss. I feel like it's like they could be so up or so down. They play up to their competition, they play down to their competition, and it's like,
Yeah.
which version are we gonna get? Um,
Haven't they not played well in the playoffs for the last few years either?
yes, I don't think they
That's
scored
too.
a single point in the second half against the Chiefs last season in the
Yeah.
playoffs. Um, I could see this being the year that the Chiefs fall off. We'll see. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen, and a lot of people think that they're probably the biggest underdog. But I would be very interested to see if the Commanders could make a run. Jaden Daniels already had a crazy rookie season. If he could,
Hmm.
if he could make a deep playoff push, it would just add to what was an already extremely impressive rookie campaign.
I've seen. I haven't caught many Commanders games this year, but I've seen highlights and things, and they look pretty good.
He's got a Hail Mary and then
Mhm.
another one or two like walk off wins. He's had a crazy season. But that Hail Mary
Yeah,
against the Bears was nuts.
yeah, that was crazy. That's for
Yep.
sure. So there's
Um.
yeah,
Yep. Um. Moving on to a more serious topic. New Year started with one of the craziest and shittiest ways that I've seen before. Um. There was the I think what's being ruled as a terrorist attack right now in New Orleans, um, where a car drove through and killed, I think it was 15 people and injured more during a New
Mhm.
Year celebration. There was the guy that set off like a
Cybertruck.
Cybertruck bomb at the Trump Hotel in Vegas, and then there was
Yep.
a
yeah.
shooting in New York at a nightclub, which I think injured
Mhm.
or killed 10 or 11 people as well. Absolutely
Mhm.
fucking awful and just crazy way to start the new year with all of those things happening
Yes.
within the first day, less than 24 hours into
Super
the
crazy.
into the
Yeah.
new year. Thoughts from you guys?
Yeah. I was reading somewhere that the guy that was driving the truck, um, and then the other guy with the Tesla truck, um, were in the same like army division or something like that. They were like serving the same whatever it is.
They
That's
came out of the same
crazy.
school or something, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just crazy to me.
It is.
So like
That's
I'm wondering if there's more, you know. They need to
Mhm.
like probably interview everybody in that division to figure out what's all going on. Because like I don't believe it's just two people. It definitely has to be more than that.
it'd be a wild ass
Right.
coincidence. I don't know if they were in
Yeah,
the
Mhm.
same division though, or if they came from the same school, like or like the same
sure.
academy or something like that.
Right. Even if that too, like that's still kind of crazy. You should probably look more into it for
Oh
sure.
yeah, that if it
I'm
is a
sure they are.
coincidence, that would be a ridiculous
Oh,
coincidence.
crazy
Yeah.
coincidence.
Huge.
Well, it was both rental trucks too, so like damn well it's both of them working on it together. So there has to be
Right.
something else going on.
Yeah,
More than likely.
And like the
It's just
whole like
crazy.
Elon Musk thing with the truck too, like what he
See,
said
that's
about
what I
it
was thinking.
was like,
what
all
did he
right,
say?
dude. Oh no, he was just like talking about how like the truck wasn't supposed to do that or whatever, like or something stupid. I forgot the exact tweet, but he wasn't really tweeting about like the incident itself. He was more worried about like the truck and like what it made him look like. And I'm like, all right, dude, that's not the problem here. You're trying to
Yeah.
make yourself look good and like, oh, our trucks aren't supposed to do that. Like, no shit, they're not supposed to do that.
He's such a
They
piece
can't
of shit.
withstand a firework blast. Like, of course they can't. Like, why are
Right.
we worried about that and not worried about like the people that got injured, dude? Like, come on now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Especially in front of your like now best friend's hotel or whatever the fuck it was at.
the irony.
Trump. Like, come on, man. We
You
don't
know,
care
you
about
just
that.
act like a human, normal human being.
Yeah, no, that's all computer ass shit. I swear to God, that means a cyborg. Swear to God.
Chris,
I was thinking there was a chance that it was like an attack on Elon and Tesla in general. When I heard it was a Cybertruck, just because of
Yeah,
that. So I don't know if it's just him playing damage control or it really is.
yeah,
Yeah, like someone
yeah,
trying to frame him. I don't know.
yeah, that's nuts. One thing I do want to say about it, which I'd hope isn't taken the wrong way,
mm,
I know that a lot of people have pushed for higher levels of gun control in the country, which I am not. This is what I'm saying. I hope it's not taken the wrong way. I don't want people to think that I'm like anti-gun control because having so many mass shootings all the time is nuts. But
Mhm.
my dad has always told me as a kid, like, if you take the guns away, people are just gonna find another way to kill people. And what's, I guess, interesting about these three situations, only the New York nightclub one was a shooting. The other two were
Mhm.
both with cars.
yeah,
Yep.
So even if we do wind up doing something with the guns, I'm not saying that that will not help or that it's not a good idea to do, but
mm,
it's just goes to show that crazy people are going to do crazy shit with whatever tools
yeah.
are accessible to them, which is a
That's
sad situation that that's where we are as a country.
Yeah.
no, 1,000%.
Mhm.
Um,
Um, There's I saw also it's not related to this that much, but there's been like this kid was going around, I forgot exactly where, but he was going around and I think he like slashed, I want to say like 30 cars in the same like area, tires, just for the like shits and giggles,
Really,
like around Christmas time. And I'm like, that's like so shitty of you to do.
people are
Like
Slash.
shitbags.
people like I don't know what it is like this year already. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing that to people?
I
Like, why are
hope
we just ruining and being menaces? Come on, man.
I hope that this shit starts settling down because last year we had fucking Cat Williams go on Club Shay
Wait,
Shay to start the year off, and then last
Yeah,
year
were they
that
talking
yeah.
again?
oh who's is that Chris breaking up?
I don't.
Okay, what did you just
I
I'm
say?
don't know
not
if it's
sure.
me or you. Weren't they talking about doing it again? The another interview.
Oh my god, I hope not. What started off with that last one was insane.
That's what I said too.
He came out
That was
swinging to start the
crazy.
year off, and then the whole rest of the year was just all gas from there.
Yep,
Yep. Somebody
yep.
says, I think they're running another one. I'm just like, I think I actually had that same thought of I hope not because
Can't take another 2024.
he he will. No, the
Um,
way that this year started off is not good for sure.
not even a little bit. Um, let's move into. Let me make sure she's ready. Ready for Lexi's lore? All right. So now is gonna be our new segment. Gonna try to do this once a week. Um, if we're able to. We've got Lexi's lore.
Crazy, crazy segue into lore right after what we just got done
that's
talking
what I had to
about.
do.
There was no easy way. There was no easy way.
No, there was no easy way to segue into it.
we're on like a roller coaster right now. Like football, it's like all
Football,
right, we're talking about that and depressed
football
shit, and then now we're back to like
trivia.
up here. All
Trying to fit a lot of shit
right,
into
let's
an
see what you
hour.
got.
We
No,
do
that's
what we
fair.
want.
We can do what we want for real.
You
Yes.
gotta share your screen.
I'm working on it right
Okay,
now. I'm sorry.
it's all right. We can
Is
hear
there a
you, which is
specific
good.
resolution that I should be putting this on?
The mouse.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, we're just
Need to
gonna
give me
run
a
it.
grit shirt.
Oh,
What'd you
That
say?
grit shirt is nice.
What'd you say?
I said I need to get me a grit shirt.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is complimentary of my mom, and so is the
Great.
hat too. She got me dripped out.
Christmas.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
let me go over here to. All right.
Mm,
and the mouse that I just saw.
It
Can
is.
you see it?
yeah.
How long are you
Oh,
going?
Yo, this is great.
that is
Okay, so you
amazing.
guys can see the screen, right? So the
Yes.
idea,
I'm
the
loving
idea is
this.
that each week I'm gonna pick a random topic that's like totally not, I don't know, specific at all, just whatever I'm feeling, and then that's what the questions are gonna be about. So there's 10 questions. They're multiple choice, but they're kind of like out of pocket random ones for the most part. Like I don't expect anybody to know any of the answers. So
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to pause before each one. Like I have got a slide that just has the question with no answers. I'm curious what your guys' answers are to the question
Oh
before we see what
God.
the options are. Just because I'm curious.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Here we
Okay.
So
go.
yeah, so let's take a look ski. So week one is football because obviously the Lions just fucking won.
Let's
Um
go.
so question one. What
Oh
is
God.
the average salary of an NFL referee?
Ooh.
Ooh.
You guys have any guesses? Here, I'm
Oh,
gonna
a
get
referee.
pen and paper to yeah.
Mm.
Damn, that's a good question.
I'm going 30,000.
30.
I don't think it's their full time job.
I was thinking
Yeah.
higher to be honest. I was
I
thinking
was
50
thinking
to be
higher.
honest. I was thinking 50 at least.
Okay. Is this what we're thinking?
I was
I'm
gonna
thinking
say
I'm thinking 50.
I
50
want to
to
say
60.
Okay.
70.
So these
70.
are our options.
Oh my god!
Oh my
See, when I
God.
heard
I
it,
wanted to. I was curious to hear what you guys' answers
I
were
thought
right up
I
front.
thought for sure that
Shit.
wasn't. I thought that they worked other jobs. That's crazy. You give me a
I
hundred
heard
So
that
thousand.
this
I'm not
is
doing
because
anything
he
doing
else.
offered
research.
that one.
This is part time, and they just get paid the fuck out.
I'm
And this is
thinking B.
also this is an average, so some of them do get paid a lot less. So it really
Okay.
just depends. There's some that get paid a lot more too, so it averages
Yeah.
out somewhere in the middle.
I'm
Can
shocked at the.
But
can you
It
imagine going
depends
to
on
be
if
like a
the
high
team makes
school
them
gym
off.
teacher after making 100,000 on 18 Sundays?
It's crazy.
It's really considered a part-time job. Like,
Yeah,
swear.
because they're not
that's
They
employed the
say
whole
that
year.
you get paid a lot because you're traveling a lot and it's a lot of like during the season
I guess
time
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
a lot of work, I guess. They get paid for their travel and everything. They get first class. They get
Oh,
treated right, but yeah, it's I guess
damn.
a lot
Yeah, this is
during the
way more than
season.
what I thought for sure.
All right, lock me in here at B 150.
That's what I was thinking
I
too.
was,
B
I
for
was, I
sure.
was thinking.
Okay, 150.
I'm thinking it's D too. I don't know why. I think it's like the most for some reason.
250.
I'm gonna need final answers
I'm gonna do B then.
because I'm
Just to lock that
keeping
bitch
track.
in.
I'm keeping score for you guys too. So
I'm gonna
But
keep it at C. I'm gonna put
A, I
C.
want to go with. Actually, hold, I'm changing mine to A because it's like such a different number. It's
It
so
is.
random.
He's
It's
got that.
random. I'm going with
He's
A.
got that good standardized test.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Test
A.
taken.
Yep.
okay, so
205.
Dusty, what's your guess?
A. I'm going with A.
A
Mm.
and Chris,
C.
you say C or D? I'm sorry,
C.
C.
C is
Ben,
for cookie.
Dusty has such a good point. I'm convinced that it's A, but just to keep it interesting, I'm gonna stick with my B.
you can go B.
Yep.
If it's B, I swear to God.
Dustin hit us with
Okay,
sound logic.
and the irony is that it was D.
Uh,
Damn it.
Sorry,
Hey, these are some
it was
good.
I
These are
was
some good
thinking,
gifts.
look at him flexing his cash
hey.
though.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
That'd
my
be me.
god.
I wonder if that's from a movie. It has to be. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Wait, that's
Okay,
the
Damn.
so
guy
nobody
from
got that. What
That's
was that?
crazy
Community.
amount of money though. And
You say what was
obviously,
the guy from what? Oh, I'm
The
sorry,
the
Dusty.
show The Community, I think.
oh, I know who you're talking
Not
about.
the
The
principal.
bald principal, yeah. The
Yeah.
dean, the dean.
I don't actually think that's him.
It's not. It's not, he
That's
looks
not
like him
him?
though.
Oh, you're saying
It's
it
a,
looks like him?
that's older. You can tell by their jerseys in the back and stuff. And
That's what I was thinking. Both of them have that same like old look. What were you saying, Dusty? Before? I'm sorry.
oh, I was saying that's a crazy amount of money, but you were saying like someone would make more than this, and like
Yes.
Probably for the
that's
playoffs.
yeah. Now, or if the teams want to win, they just pay off their refs. You know how it goes. But
I mean,
Maybe,
shit.
maybe that's why they
Just
make
under
so
the
much
table
too,
cash.
is so that you can't
yeah,
walk in their face and wave around some money, and you know what I
a
mean.
lot of money. Yeah,
Because
that's
think about if you're
probably
making
why.
30,000, then someone offers you 100,000 to call it like blow a game. You know what I mean?
It might be worth it, right?
I mean,
Take that
even more
money,
money.
invest
I don't
it,
care.
do something else
Yeah,
with your life.
Right.
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy. I love that for them. Though. Good for them for
What
making
you got?
horrible calls. Good for
Give them
them.
money to make horrible plays. Yeah. Can
Okay,
they
we
get
ready for
fined
questions?
now?
Oh no.
Yes.
They can't get fined.
And I'm pretty sure in both NFL and basketball, whoever like has the least amount of like fuck ups basically over time over the course of the season is how you can become like a playoff ref too. Like it's like the top refs. And then I've seen before, I can't think of a specific example, but I've seen before where like somebody did fuck up and they were like, you cannot be a playoff ref.
Damn.
Mm,
Like at least for this season or for so many seasons or something like that.
yeah.
What's next?
Okay, so question number 2. Who is the oldest player to play in NFL history?
It's
So,
Brady.
this sounds kind of weird, but like
It's the
while
oldest.
they were playing, when they retired, who was the oldest?
I feel like
Damn.
conventional logic tells me it's Brady, but it's gonna wind up being like a fucking right guard or something.
That's gonna be some like old ass player though, like not from our generation.
Is it the lineman from the Browns?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember too much information on this guy. Are you guys ready for the
Okay.
names?
We should have done the
Because
age.
I
I was
don't think
curious
you
in the
guys are
age.
I can give you the age.
Wait, hold on one
Okay.
sec. Is Chris? Do we have you still? I think that we just lost Chris. Give me just one sec.
Oh, you're good. Damn. Well, these are some good questions. I'm liking these.
They are. I love this formula that we got going on right now.
The production quality is top notch.
Thank you, thank you. It took me hours
You
today.
took it to a whole new level with this production.
Yes. But I was telling Spence
We
this should be an easy like template now too, so I should just be able to plug in what I need to. Oh, I'm also sorry. All of our text messages are probably gonna
all
pop up
good.
there.
I don't think
This
it's showing.
it
Yeah.
didn't show.
No, we got him.
Oh, there he is.
I'm
Okay,
back.
welcome back.
Okay. Whew.
Welcome back.
All
He
right.
said the question's too hard. I'm dipping.
Yeah, no.
Can't answer. I'm gone.
Okay.
Uh,
Run us through, Lex.
Okay, so
Oh
who
yeah.
is the you want to go over that? Who is the oldest player to play in NFL history? That's what we asked, Chris. Honestly, they're obscure names. I don't think you're really gonna recognize them, so I'm gonna just show you guys what they are.
Okay.
yeah.
Can we get the age too?
Oh, I
Now
know.
or do we get it later?
Yes, I have the age. It is 48.
It's
48. Okay.
8.
It's Vinatieri.
That's old.
Old, right? So obviously
My
very old player too.
my 29-year-old body could not even handle going to the gym for less than an hour
Yep.
or more
No,
than an hour.
literally,
I
almost
can't.
50.
Adam
Tom Brady's
Vinatieri.
answer.
Adam Vinatieri is a kicker. I think that it was him.
I was
Anybody else?
I was thinking C for some reason, but I don't want to copy your answer now.
I
See,
know that
that's what sucks because I was also thinking C.
Yeah.
y'all
Now we're
can
going Morton Anderson A.
I mean, you guys can all pick
yeah,
the
you can pick the
same
same
one if you
one.
want.
There's 10 questions.
Okay.
That's fair. I want to pick B though, just to be different.
John Carney.
I'll go with C because I did have a gut feeling.
Yeah.
I think it's I know that he did play for a long time.
My eye gravitated towards that for sure.
Towards Adam. So
Towards Adam,
Spence
for
and Chris
sure.
are locked in on C, and then
I'm on B.
you're going with B. Okay, bet.
B.
So
48.
it's D. It's
Oh!
Damn. Look at
He was
this guy.
48.
He does a SpongeBob.
Oh my
I
god.
I knew it was gonna be some old fuck.
And this
From
is the
our
guy.
generation.
Obviously, his picture's still in black and white, so like very much not.
Fucking.
Yeah. All of
Damn.
the other players were players in the NFL, and they were all old as fuck. So Adam whatever, I'm not even gonna butcher it. He was
Vinatieri.
46.
Damn.
John Carney was also 46, and then
Okay.
Morton Anderson was 47.
I'm surprised
Wow.
that you didn't put Brady in there just to razzle dazzle us.
Yeah.
You know,
Ah.
I didn't even think.
There he goes.
Did we lose somebody?
We lost Chris again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we got your voice.
Because I'm back.
There we go.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's nuts. Fucking George Blanda, he played before fucking black people could even play football.
Listen, I got a couple of small facts, or one small fact on him. Okay, so he was a professional football player who played quarterback and place kicker in the NFL and AFL. He was born in Pennsylvania. He played college football at the University of Kentucky. I'm so sorry, Augie's pressing buttons. And then he joined the Chicago Bears in 1949. After an injury in 1954, he went to place kicker.
You said he played in the AFL. This motherfucker played back before it
Yeah.
was the actual NFL. He played back before Super
Right.
Bowls, back when
He
they had
played-
world championships.
That's why I
He
knew
did
it was like
both.
some old
He did
part.
AFL and NFL. Yeah.
He is Mr. Football.
Yep.
Right. This is like Captain America football. They have him frozen.
Wait, what?
I'll-
What year? Do you have the year that he stopped playing?
57.
Yeah, he probably played place kicker until 58.
58.
Wow.
Yep.
The motherfucker was stopped playing football right
Damn.
before my fucking 60-year-old parents were born.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, are we ready for the next?
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, everybody is over 2. These are hard, so I didn't expect anybody to
This is perfect.
So, number 3, how much do the Baltimore Ravens pay their chain gang? I don't know if you're familiar with chain gangs. They're the people that hold the first down markers with the chains and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, real fast
Yeah.
before you say this, the fucking white letters on the black makes me feel like we're getting ready to watch an episode of Always Sunny.
I do. I like it.
I'm a rock out and say 100,000. Actually, no, 70,000.
Okay.
Mm,
Other guesses?
65,000.
65.
Okay.
I want 85.
85? Are you ready
Mm,
to see his results?
Yep.
mm.
Oh my
Golly.
gosh. So yeah, I was surprised to see these. I was
Ah!
like, these are kind of like
Okay.
crazy short. But then I thought to myself, would I sit there for $100 a fucking game to sit like basically not courtside, but you know what I mean, like field
Mm,
side and watch
Outside.
the whole thing? That'd be kind of
Yeah.
a nice view. Like for $100
that's
a game?
true.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
I think you just gave the answer away. I'm rocking with D. $100.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you think I would be dumb enough to give you the answer. But if you want to go with 100, go ahead.
Yeah,
Damn.
D.
Everyone locking
Actually
in that
playing
D?
mind games. I'm thinking it's
You all in?
B96.
Hey,
96.
if it's not D, I bet it's 72. But I'm staying with
I'm
D.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with C, even lower.
So Dusty's going with
Looking at these
C.
numbers, yeah.
Prince is going with D, and then are you going with B,
I'm
Chris,
going with
or what are you
B.
deciding? Okay,
B as in boy.
so Dusty was right.
I knew it. I knew it. Damn it.
I was gonna pick something that
Yeah.
I had known the answer to. That's crazy. So
That's
yeah, the $72 a game, which is kind of crazy. I feel like it seems low, especially seeing how much like the refs get paid.
Why
But
72? I wonder if that's like a broken down like. I wonder if you multiply 72 times like 18, if that comes to a more like regular number. Because 70, you know what I mean?
right,
Yeah.
I
right.
feel
If
like
the lumps of numbers, that's
I feel
fine.
like I would for sure do this. This would be me for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I'm
guess
sure
how
you get
many
like
hours
you
is the
probably get
game
like
like
free
3?
concessions too, to be honest with you. Like after the game or whatever. You probably get some benefits too.
I want to
Yeah.
go
Oh
ahead and
yeah.
tell you guys that 72 times 18 is not a clean number at all. It's 1,296.
That's
Like it's
fine.
not even $1,300. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, that's not. Yeah, you get paid a little bit. I mean, it's cheap, but yeah, like you said, you get courtside basically. I feel like being a cameraman would be hard because you're trying to like follow the thing and you're looking through the thing. The chain gang, they just stand there. Oh shit, time to
Yeah.
move. Take a few steps down.
Right, yeah. You gotta pay for
Yeah.
the game.
I mean that sounds cold too to begin with anyways. You tell people what you do for your job. Part of the chain gang.
I'm a chain gang, you
I
know?
get
Gang, right.
plugged into a game. They're like, what does that even mean? Like, don't worry about it.
Chain
I
gang.
meant to ask you guys what you thought it was beforehand.
I
Chain
knew.
gang. DO chains hang low. Do the
I
wall
really
look low.
pictured someone that just had all of their like game chains like in a box and like
The equipment
you
manager
know,
of the chains.
Right. Fucking who was it that we just saw iced out?
Justin
Devontae Adams
Jefferson.
or
Justin
whoever? Justin
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Justin
Yeah.
Jefferson. I was like, he would have a chain gang. For
Blinging,
Gang,
blinging. That's
gang.
fine.
Okay, we ready for the next?
Yep.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, and by the way, Dusty's the only one with 1 point so far.
Dang it.
Okay, so number 4. What is the
Luther.
capacity of Ford Field? This is for the Lions here.
500,000.
500,000. Okay, what else we got?
Wow.
Any other guys?
I have like
500.
no frame of reference for this. All right.
I'm trying to think of the like last time I went there to like get a good idea of how
Right,
big it
you're
is.
counting the jelly beans in the jar right now.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
My mental image of it.
I'm gonna say
Right.
What's that like 80?
You gonna say what?
120,000.
120 Spence's at what? 150? Is that what you said?
No, I said 500,000.
Oh, 500.
500,000.
My bad, my bad. And then what you got, Dusty?
Damn. I want to go like 700. That's a little too much. That's a little bit too much.
700 people.
No, like 1,000. Sorry, my bad.
Way more
1,000?
than 1,000.
Way more than 1,000 for sure. I don't fucking know. What did you say, Spencer?
500,000.
500,000? Oh, at 400,000 less.
400,000?
I
I
go
think
left.
having you guys guess these is the best part. Okay.
Mad that I listened to guesses and changed my answer. Like,
Wow.
I
Damn.
Okay. So, what is the capacity of Ford Field? What do we think in a lot lower number ballpark?
I'm gonna go with 75,000.
B. 65.
run me 80.
Okay, so Chris is going A, Dusty's going B, and Spence
Mhm.
is C.
Mm-hmm.
If it's
Okay.
80, I was about to say 80 and I changed it.
And it's B.
Get the ah.
That's
Woo!
two.
Wow.
That's what you said, right, Chris?
That was me.
No,
Oh,
that was
Dusty.
yeah. No,
Ooh,
I
Dusty.
said.
Damn.
I
Sorry, go
went
on.
B again.
Hell yeah. Good job,
That
Dusty.
fish looks like it could see way more, though, to be honest.
Dusty's
That's
cooking
it.
us right now.
Looking at it right now,
Right?
it looks like I could definitely see way more than that.
Yeah, you're counting the seats. You're like,
And I'm like, yeah,
okay,
damn.
Alright.
okay.
That
The,
doesn't seem
the
like
fucking line is great.
that doesn't seem like yeah.
Lex,
Mhm.
we're running out of time for tonight. Let's wrap this at 5, so exactly halfway.
For
And
right
then
now.
this is 5 that we just did?
Yep. This is 5.
Oh, okay. Bet. Let's call it
Yeah.
here, and then on the next episode, then we'll do the other 5.
Yes.
Damn, okay.
We're just running out of time.
Oh, it
Okay.
sounds like she had some good ones saved up though.
Well, we
I
gonna see him
know.
still. We gonna see him still. We gonna still
Yeah.
get the.
That's okay, guys. I'll get my own
Sorry,
podcast.
Lex.
Give me your own podcast. Forget Joe.
So come
Forget
join
Joe.
me.
I'm dead. You killed this though, Lex. This is fun.
Thank you.
You
The
did.
mouse cast.
Thank you for
I'm loving this
participating.
for real.
And thank you, Dusty, for winning.
Yeah,
Wee
Dusty's
Right,
been
wait,
winning it
what-
too.
Yeah, what do I
When the
win?
funding gets up, I'll get a soundboard and we'll get some cool noises in here. But
Hell
until
yeah.
then,
I want that air horn.
Yeah.
Burr, 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 burr.
everyone run.
Oh, I forgot I can actually do that in here. Hold up. There we go.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Well, thank you guys for
Yeah, this has
taking
been
over.
great. The first
Yeah, I
of
loved it.
the first of many segments of Lexi's lore.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
loved it. So I really don't win nothing though? That's crazy.
That's what I told Spencer. Like, I feel like there should be something. Maybe
Oh.
when you get to 20 wins,
I
then I'll
could-
do something for you.
I could be your first guest in your podcast. So how about that?
There we go.
When Lex has a
Locked
podcast.
Yo.
in.
Yeah. Mouse podcast.
Oh
Squeak
my.
with me.
All right.
Squeak with me podcast. That's crazy. Squeak with me podcast.
Okay, I'm gonna get off this bitch.
All right.
Good
Thanks,
night,
Lex.
guys.
Good night.
No
Loved
problem.
it.
Bye.
Loved it.
Tune in if you want to see the next segment of this. We're gonna be doing this again the next time that we do the podcast, another installment of Lexi's lore. Chris, do we have time to do the Dumb Dogs of the Week, or
No, unfortunately, I got to go.
gotta go? All right, big homie.
Yeah. On y'all.
Bet. Dusty, you wanna knock those out after this, or do we want to wrap it right here?
Yeah, I can wrap up one real quick.
What'd you say?
I can do one real quick.
Okay, bet. All right, Chris, we're gonna grab you on the next one then. All right.
Yep.
All
I'll be
right.
back.
See you,
Have a
man.
good night, homie.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right. So yeah, let's hit our last segment of tonight, and then that's gonna be the Dumb Dog of the Week. Dusty, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. My dumb dog is pretty much Disney.
Okay.
I just want to take it back for a second. Like, what was it, 2015 or so, something like that, when they bought like Lucasfilms and they started trashing and ruining Star Wars because they just have way too much stuff coming out. And then they bought Marvel and they're doing the same thing with Marvel. And then now, this past like 3 weeks, the third Sonic movie came out, and that shit was phenomenal. And now they're trying to buy Sega, like the whole company Sega, because they got trashed on because Mufasa, the movie Mufasa, came out the same day as Sonic 3, and obviously Sonic 3 blew out of the water. And now they're like, all right, so now we're petty. So now we just want to buy this whole studio. And Sega's like, nah, fuck you. We're not doing that.
Oh
So
man.
my dumbest dog is Disney because like y'all just can't like keep buying shit to ruin it. Like you guys gotta stop. You gotta stop. I don't know if you've seen the Sonic movies. I'll fuck with those heavy. They're actually really good.
No, I haven't had a chance to actually, and I want to because I know Keanu Reeves is Knuckles, or not Knuckles.
Uh, Shadow.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm
Yeah, no, they're phenomenal. And the fact that Disney's greedy ass wants to take it, it's like y'all gotta chill.
what they did to Star Wars, and not even on, we're not even on some like go woke go broke type shit. It's just
Yeah.
the what is it? The sequels trilogy of Star Wars was awful. I
Yeah.
will say Rogue One was good,
They
but
did have some good movies, I will say. Like they did have some good ones, but it's like you guys keep pumping them out like they're just like it's nothing.
The Mandalorian was good too. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yes, the sequel trilogy was not great. Completely, they I undid the great prophecy that was within 6 movies of the original 6 Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, with bringing the Emperor back, that shit was a choice. I will say that Ryan Johnson should be fucking prosecuted for crimes against humanity for what he did with what is that movie? 8, number 8. What was that called? The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi, yeah. Man,
Horrible.
it sucks because everybody's like so excited to like watch these movies and then they came out and they were just like absolute shit. Which kind of
JJ
sucks.
JJ
Like I'll
Abrams did
still
what he
watch
could
them.
with Rise of Skywalker. He did what he could do
Yeah.
with what Ryan Johnson had fucking
Right.
done.
Like I watched them and like I'll watch them, but they're like it's not my Star Wars for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely not my Star Wars. And like the Han Solo movie could have been so much better, but it wasn't. I like the only good thing I did like about it was Donald Glover playing
Lando.
fuck what is his name? Lando, yeah. I think he did a great job. That was like the
Mandalorian
only like surviving part of that movie. Mandalorian, yeah,
Mandalorian was
great.
good. John Favreau, I feel like
Fantastic.
does his thing. Like he's done
Oh,
well
he
with the
fucked it.
Mandalorian. The stuff that
He
he's
fucked
involved in
yeah.
with Marvel, I feel like has been pretty good.
Mhm.
But yeah, I understand your point. And yeah, if Sega's doing so well with these Sonic movies, Sega doesn't make movies though; they make games. So do you know what studio they're with? Is it like
Um,
Universal or
Paramount. It's Paramount.
Paramount?
It's Paramount.
Paramount.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
So
doing well. I
yeah,
hope
they made. I think it was like 31. Their opening weekend, 31, or no, they're at 31 million now, or something like that. I can't remember the exact number, but
out of a
they're
budget with 20, right?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
That's what I thought. That's all right. Yeah. That's a
yeah,
good
dude.
pick.
They're killing it for sure. Which I don't know. Disney's they gotta stop. They gotta stop.
Did you ever see the South Park episode where they had uh Disney like had just bought Star Wars and like Mickey Mouse like pulled up and like fucking Boba Fett's ship and shit like that? You ever saw that episode? No.
Oh.
Okay. It was a good one. It was funny, but it made me think of what you were talking about.
Mm,
It's a good pick.
yeah, man. They got too much money.
My dumb dog is gonna have to be Elon Musk, who I think everyone knows I'm not a humongous fan of.
Uh,
Did you see where he was? I don't know the exact story with this, but basically he was on somebody's like Fortnite Fridays or something like that, where he was like, there's this guy that had like a live stream or something like that of like playing Fortnite, and Elon was on it with him, and the guy was asking him questions and shit, and Elon was just bombing out, and then would just be weird with his answers and stuff like that. Like he'd ask him some question about like where he was on during 9/11 or something like that, and he was like, "I was doing my thing. I was just doing my like what?" And then when it got weird, then he was like, "Oh, sorry, I just gotta send a funny meme to somebody." Like, aren't you in the middle of playing a game and answering questions? But you gotta let us know you sorry, gotta send a meme to somebody.
that's so odd.
Weird.
What
But
odd
then
behavior.
then after he got that happened, then he was getting just
Mm.
flamed on Twitter the whole next day. So this was on Friday. Saturday he comes out talking about how Twitter. I'm gonna call it Twitter. Fuck
Oh,
X.
it's
It's
not X,
Twitter.
Twitter.
It's Twitter. How
It'll never
basically
be called X.
never be X. Basically talking about how Twitter was. They're going to put in policies to stop like promoting like negativity and stuff like that on Twitter and not. I don't know the exact words that he used, but basically he got fucking flamed so badly now he's just trying to change the rules to
Yeah.
make negativity less seen or banned or something like that. And he was the big guy that bought Twitter. It was all fun when
He,
it was owning the libs. He wanted to buy Twitter for free speech this and free speech that. And now that motherfuckers are trolling you, now you want to cry and change the rules.
it sounds like he's getting cyberbullied, and the only way he can handle it, since he owns what he's getting cyberbullied on, is to stop it, which is crazy to me.
That's gotta be some shit, man. Like I bought this platform, I'm so cool, and motherfuckers are on the platform throwing tomatoes at you. Like you know what I mean?
That's crazy, though.
Elon is such
I
a
mean,
like interesting character because he's like
this
he's
cyborg,
super
I'm
rich.
telling you.
He's super rich. He's doing some of the coolest shit in the world. He's going to space. He's building electric vehicles. All the stuff. He should be one of the coolest motherfuckers in the world. And instead, he's a fucking absolute loser.
Yeah, he's a fucking cyborg. I'm telling you right now, he's a cyborg. We're all gonna find out one day. He's gonna take his mask off like fucking Men in Black style. There's gonna be a little alien in there, fucking working a little machine. We're all gonna find out. We're gonna fuck around and find out.
I believe it. Did you see that he got caught with a burner account on Twitter? Basically, where he was giving himself props for being such a great dad and his kid was so lucky to have him or something like that. Like, you're this
Oh my
big, super rich guy hanging out with the president, and all you really need is some validation.
You imagine like you owning Twitter, being the biggest loser on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't have to imagine. I see it every
Yeah,
day. I had to block him on Twitter because his shit was just getting foul. And it's like
I'm such
he's done so much like whack shit on there, and now all of a sudden that you're getting inflamed. Now you want to make it. It's not free speech. Now all of a
right,
sudden it's oh whoa whoa
right.
whoa whoa. So much negativity. There's been so much negativity since he brought Twitter. That's why people are going to Blue Sky. Like you know what I mean? It's all because of literally him. But now that he's the target of it, now the rules got to change.
Right. Oh man, what an idiot though. What an absolute idiot. Just the
So
way that that guy thinks. Like he's smart as shit, obviously, but the way he thinks with like social awareness too, it's just not there, man. He's just so
a
fucking
loser.
wildly weird. A mega loser.
And a mega loser with money that's able to influence the world, which is unfortunate. Richest man in the world,
Yep.
biggest loser in the world.
Yeah, I'll give you props, man. You're smart as fuck, but like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
That sounds like somebody who got like locked up when he was really young and didn't see the light of day, but he just was working on homework the whole fucking time or studying books and did not have a social life. And then as soon as he broke free and his mom kicked him out of the basement, he tried to flourish like a butterfly and he didn't. He became a moth and he's disgusting.
a moth.
Yeah, that's where he's at right now.
That's this is a sad state of affairs.
Blue
Um,
Sky though, Blue Sky, I actually do kind of fuck with a little bit. I made an account when I found out about it. That's decent.
yeah, I'm on Blue Sky too. It's the draw or the downside of it to me is that Blue Sky. What's nice about it and what's bad about it are like the same for different reasons. You're able to like have your community of what you want inside it. So like whatever like is drawing you for like community to Blue Sky, that's like your bubble, and you can be in multiple bubbles. But what I
Mm.
enjoy about Twitter is the fact that you can see like if you go to like if I want to know what's happening in the world right now, I can go to the trending tab and see what's happening across all communities. Like what's big in either the country or the world. Like what are people talking
Right.
about right now? Blue Sky doesn't have that. Blue
Poppin'.
Sky's got what's popping in your spot. And
Yeah.
so I'll get on Blue Sky and I'll
Well,
have some fun, but I still want to know what is happening in the rest of the world.
yeah, it sucks. It's maybe the same people who made Twitter to begin with. But the thing that sucks is there's been so many like different apps and stuff and like social media platforms that have came out in the recent years that don't flourish as well because like we already have like the big three and it's hard to add another one on there. So like obviously there's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Like adding another one on there like is really hard to stay afloat. Like, I think it's like Threads or whatever. It's like Instagram tried doing. Like nobody really uses that.
I think that
I
Blue
don't.
Sky's done better than both Threads and like Mastodon, for example, which I don't think I've ever heard
Sure,
of before. It seems
sure.
like they're staying around, but yeah, the mass. It seemed like there was a mass migration for a little bit, but then I think that it's like I said, there's just not as much happening there.
Yeah, and it's hard to like just move all your stuff and what you already have going on to a whole new platform. Because for one, like everybody's already established in what they have and they already have followers and stuff. So they go to a whole other platform and just magically like start it up. So it take a while. Did like TikTok to begin with. Like TikTok wasn't really popping off because it was like musically for a while.
And then,
Um,
boom.
yeah, and then out of nowhere it shot off. So it might take some time for Blue Sky to pop off, but it might, you know, but that also makes it good for people who want to like start getting more followers. If you start early on the platform, you're gonna get more followers for sure.
I don't know if
Um,
anything for me personally will ever match that feeling of like uh Twitter like 2012 to like 2016, 17. That
mm,
run was crazy. That was by far like the greatest social media platform.
yeah, I think around that time, I didn't like really understand. I didn't have a phone like all throughout high school, which kind of sucked. So like my social group was people that I knew like from college and stuff, and like when I was first starting off around that era when it was popping off. So I didn't have that much like experience with the platform itself. But like now, like knowing and understanding it, like you know, it definitely was popping off back then, but
Yeah.
now it's kind of just shit. I mean, it was decent when I like really got into it and learn. You can learn a lot from the fucking platform, like you said, like because you can go to like the trending tab and stuff, which I enjoy. And I like it. Like the only thing I really use Twitter now for, because it's just like news, honestly. Like there's nothing else really interesting. Like I'll make a post here and there, but it's more of like my favorite bands on there, like the big fandoms on there. So like we talk and like conversate with people on there, but like realistically, like, I just use it for news. That's
Yeah.
the first place I know it from, either that or TikTok, because I'll see it on TikTok. And it's like crazy. And it's funny because like our parents and stuff. My mom was telling me this, like she doesn't really go to like the news channel anymore to find out news because she could find out way quicker and more accurate information off of Twitter or TikTok,
Oh,
which is
absolutely.
which is insane to me. But like I'm glad that nowadays we have that because like these news outlets would always like spread a lot of fake news, and now it's like okay, we have these people like that are in the trenches basically filming the shit for us, so we know what the fuck's going on
I'm
instead of
definitely I'm definitely
getting
yeah, Twitter is like my newspaper. And then if I
yeah
like want to learn more about something or like get a more like official source, then I'll take whatever I saw on Twitter and then look that up outside of Twitter. But like you said, you
yeah
can see people like you can see reporters or you can see this and this and this like directly from their first-hand accounts and stuff like that.
yeah, which is nice. I think that's there's always like drawbacks and there's good and bad things about like social media and stuff like that. But I think for news, anyways, I think it's like in a good spot because we're not being bullshitted for knowledge, I guess,
Absolutely.
which I enjoy.
Well, big homie,
So,
anything else before we wrap this boy up for tonight?
um, no, I don't think so. I
Cool.
mean, like we pretty much touched a lot of shit. I'm definitely down to do more of the trivia questions for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
The only reason we stopped that now was because we had to. I know Chris had to go, but we're gonna get Lex back in here. I think she's gonna come up with questions for us. We're just gonna try to do that for every episode of like the podcast, not the Reddit stories ones, but the podcast stuff. So if you
for
enjoyed the
sure.
trivia, you want to see us answer more of Lexi's lore, then pop on over to
Maybe
see
now.
us on our next podcast episode, and we're gonna do some more of these. Thank you everyone who joined us. Um, we had the Lions stomping out the Vikings, getting the number one seed. Got to do a little bit of trivia.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, we'll let you guys know the next time we're gonna be either live if you're watching it on Twitch or on YouTube if you're catching us there. Once again, your host Double Dose, joined by Chowser.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you
So.
got you guys have a great night.